Okay, so I'm gonna stop there with the Olympic. Now that I know it runs, um, I'm gonna kind of do the same spiel with the Everest now. I'm gonna pull the plugs, take a look inside, see how everything spins over. This one spins over, so that's good. Gonna see how well it spins over without the plugs in it, and then check the compression. Put some oil in it, spin it over, and check the compression again, and see what happens. I just noticed. Look at this funny steering shaft. Isn't that funny? It has that big bend in it to make space for the airbox. This is the silliest thing. I would just make a smaller airbox, but eh. Those Bombardier engineers, they're funny. Well, let's get into it. So here we've got two decent looking spark plugs. I'm not going to test for spark yet. I'm going to test the compression first. So this little kit I got off of Amazon, I think it was 20 or 25 bucks. Well worth it. I've used it many times now. Comes with all these different sizes of spark plug thread adapters. The one that comes with the hose is pretty much a generic size. It's used in a lot of different ones, so I'm going to see if that's the right size. I think it might be. It is. It's the right thread. So, hard to do one hand, but anyway, thread that guy on there, and pull it over and see what the compression is. Okay, let's do compression test for cylinder number 1, or well, cylinder on the right. There's a few good pulls, and we got almost 125, 124, 125, so that's pretty good. Now let's check the other side. Okay, now time for cylinder number 2, or cylinder on the left, compression test. That one's about the same, 125. That's pretty good. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in both of them and check them again, just to see if it gets any better, but 125 is probably where it should be at. But the oil will also just lubricate everything in there, since it hasn't been running in a little while. So all I'm using here is some Castrol 2-stroke oil. This is super 2-stroke oil. I'm only going to put about a cap full in each cylinder, just to give it a little bit more lubrication while I'm spinning it over. So, about a cap full. Some people might cringe at this and say that's way too much, but I'm only going to get about half the cap in there. Hands aren't that steady. And then if it's got spark, that'll be pretty awesome. And I'll do the same that I did with the Olympic. I'll put a little starting spray in it and hope for the best. And then if this runs, we'll have 2 more snowmobiles added to the list of maintenance, repair, and driving. So let's check this out now. Spark plug number 1. This one is a BR8ES, so probably the right one. So the John Deere's have, I think. And this one's different. This one's a B9ES, so that one's possibly a hotter plug. I don't know. I'll have to research it, or tell me in the comments. Let's see here. Get it touching those little nuts. Now, it's got a kill switch. It's also got a key up here and a tether. So hopefully the tether's in. I'll make sure the key's in the on position. It feels like it's got electric start ignition, so I don't know. Leave it like that for now. Let's see if we got any spark. Let's prop the phone up. Well, I don't see any spark. That's no good. Check all the wires here. Shucks. That's a shame. No spark. That'll be fun to diagnose. But no spark means more fun. Looking at all this electrical that looks like it's been homemade and hodgepodged. So, you got the electrical tape and wire connectors and heat shrink. I don't know what this box down here is. Voltage regulator down there? Well, maybe we'll unplug some things and see what happens. Because I find when you unplug things, sometimes things start to work. This piece is quite melted and crumbly. So I've unplugged it, and I'll see what happens. Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. I don't know. Time to find out. Alrighty, so I fooled around with this thing for a little bit now. Haven't diagnosed where the no spark's coming from yet. Getting kind of hungry, so I might just go in for dinner and save this for another day. Lots of other projects on the go. Let's see. For now, I think I'll put these in the barn eventually and just kind of store them inside and keep them clean. And I think that Olympic, I'll just put a new seat cover on it, clean it up a little bit, and then it'll be a, well, I did look at the one tie rod is a little bent, so I have to take that off and replace it with a different one. We got a few spares, so that might be one thing to do on it. Other than that, maybe grease the bogies, check the bearings on it. Maybe it'd be good. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe rebuild the carb. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to suck gas or not. But for this thing, yeah, we'll look at it another day. I'll put the plugs back in just so nothing gets in there, and look at it another day. Diagnose this no spark issue. Alright, so thanks for watching this another video about these new snowmobiles that I've got. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me trial and error with them, but I find them fun. Something neat to work on. Well, I'll see you in the next video, and take care.